I'm just going to work on this back page quickly, and so I don't want to add any more black over here, so all I've done is I picked up a black fine liner, and on the corner here I've added in a few extra pieces, you know, like they've got here. I don't know if I'm going to do it everywhere. So the beauty of this one is it's one of those friction pens. If I don't like it, I can rub it out. So I'm doing it going to leave it like that, and now that I've got it like that, I am going to work on here. So I had, for all intents and purposes, I was going to put either a journaling card, so it could be something like that, I might even be able to fit 2 journaling cards in. I don't think that would look great. It's just to find the right one. Love that VW ones. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit. Slightly longer than I'm not too sure why. Thinking of doing something like that and having a little photo. So I think I would like to mat that little journaling card so it pops. And I do have some black bits around. I'm actually going to stick it if I can cut this in the right place. That would be winner winner chicken dinner. And what I wanted to see, not too sure if it will work, but I think it will. Okay, so that's going to be stuck there like so. Kind of like this idea, so I'm going to wing it. So I'm going to go with it using tape so that I can move it if I don't like it. I love that tiny little pop of black. Now the only thing that I'm left with is that I've got this. So either I'm going to put another journaling card there, or I'm going to put some blooms and stuff, or I'm going to just make some two little photo mats, which they're going to be little photo mats. And look what I found. 2 very little photo mats. Are these the same size? More or less. So these are 2 inches, but I think a 2 by 2 would work. Those are 2 by 1.5. Now I'm getting excited. I actually think it's going to be 2 by 1 3/4. Just trying to get my maths brain engaged. Here we go, some little photos. Let's use glue, let's be brave. I think with glues it sticks so quickly. Like tape you can almost leave it for a bit, and if you haven't given it a good push down, but glue, not so much. So we've got these, and I'm wondering, look at that, just look at that, they fit. A little bit tall. Will you see it? You will see it sticking out if it's closed, but I'm not too stressed about that. One. And one. That's Zeke, I promise it's not me. That's a bit big. Life is short, travel often. It's quite nice chasing sunsets. And then we need a little something on either side, which let's look at our washi tape, and I have a feeling there's nothing thin enough, I don't think, to fit in there. I need a little something thin, and that something thin is going to be some dots, I think. I'm tying in the dots to what's on that paper. Okay, so that's the back of that done. 2 little photos and journaling, and then we have these to do. Right. I'm wondering if I have any more I love these things. And I don't think I have any more frames left. Might have to cut some because I think there were some extras. Quite like that there, it's tying in with the green. Let's build a little cluster. We haven't used any of these. Haha. Kind of like that up there. Oh, I like that. Right, so we just built ourselves a little cluster which we are going to stick. I'm going to raise the discover. Sounds like I've got a smoker's cough. Definitely not a smoker. Left a little gap there because I want the little camera to fit in there. And I've chosen on purpose, I've chosen the orangey one for the pop of colour. Look how cute that little cluster looks. Now, we need to do something with this. Jump, 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 jump. And I'm quite liking the idea. I don't know whether we should have a bit of frame. Obviously I'm not going to use don't know if I want that. But I do have some pages left still, so I'm wondering whether I should just cut some photo mats. Let's cut some of this. So those were 4 inches. This is going to be a struggle because I want the end on here. Okay, so they were, do recall they would be less than 6. They will be 5.5, and I do want the word, so I'm going to drawn that down to 5.5, and they were 4 if I remember correctly, so we're going to make them 3. Let's cut right through. So I can do 2 3 3/4, 2 of those, and then on the other side I'm going to have to cut to 3 3/4 this way, and I'm going to have to cut to 5.5, 5.5. Some heavy thinking there. So I haven't really used paper as mats at all in this entire album, but I do have some paper left. So adventurous. Oh my goodness, Zeke. So these will be photo mats that are on here. And I've left the words on. And then this will go down the bottom. So we've only done a photo mat on the fronts. And then on these, I've kept it to the wood grain. We could have had it going that way, but I kept it to the wood grain. I suppose we could also do that. I actually quite like the contrast. So I'm going to do the brown on the bottom. Quite like the bit of brown as a contrast. I'm not going to do anything on the back of them because it's already getting to be a bit puffy. Then over here, I'm wondering if there's anything in the embellishments that I can use that's going to bring in actually quite liking the brown. It's kind of popping all the other colors. So just a quick measurement. These are 2.5 by 2.5, I think. So let's just do a photo mat, and we're only doing one side of these. We're going to do 2.25 by 2.25. Just having a look to see if it will tie up on any side. No. Okay. So remember, your photos will go here, so the chances of you doing this stage anyway are slim. And I would honestly mat my photos pretty much according to what is needed. So not necessarily have this cream, you could have any color there. Right, and we need a little something. Or a little word. That's a little bit too far down the line. Those will need to go to the front. It's a pity. It's a pity that I don't have a full word, some full words here. It's too matchy. I'm just going to leave it. How about a little stamp with a little camera? It's quite brown, so let's take this camera away and let's look for one of the other cameras. And some whiole. And then let's not forget a coffee. Okay, let's create a little cluster out of that. I think maybe even this greeny camera might pop better. There's also that. So what about a world map, a globe, a little stamp sticking out the back, camera, a coffee, and some whiole. Looks better already. Right, let's go sticking. Stamp, globe, camera, coffee. Oh, in the wrong place. Some whiole. I think that's money. Let's have a look. Pop a little adventure in there just to brighten it up, and a little, I haven't used any of these, you can't even see that one over there. Let's do one that's a bit contrasting. Let's do the black one. I need my tweezers, might be a good idea. There we go. All stuck down. And there we have some little clusters on the back. Haven't done too much here. So what we could do is pop that in there, or we can leave it. Don't know if I want to do it, so I'm not going to do it for now. Got some nice little clusters happening. And then over here we've got nothing. So we could either do a little pocket, or we could just do 2 little photo mats. I'm going to trim this down ever so slightly. And let's see if we can fit it in now. We can. And I'm thinking, which is always very dangerous, that I might like to put a piece of washi tape. I always have a fair bit of washi tape left. I'm not the greatest washi tape user. I am experimenting though more. Eek. So let's have a piece of washi here. Oh my word, I've got such a big crinkle in this washi tape. I told you I'm not great at washi tape. Kind of like that, because one of my favorite people things, places or memories, and it's the last page, so I kind of like that. I'm not going to mat these with anything. I am just going to stick them. So it's quite nice to just put a little highlight on the back cover as to what you love, and have a small spot for journaling. I think this album is very full now. You don't have to fill it as full as me. The pages that I haven't completed, that page, I think it's 4 and 5. I don't know if I'm even going to add anything more to it now, because I think it's the type of thing, those pages are the type of thing where you're just going to put heaps of photos and you're going to embellish and write stories and add journaling cards. So that is just what I'm going to do. I probably won't add too much more. And like I said to you, if I use the album, I would definitely be changing out to suit what my holiday is about. So if you're planning on using this for a particular holiday, I would leave all this until you have your photos, and then go with your photos, sit down and start putting them in and adding. Right, so we have the last 2 pages done. Space there for journaling, space there to put a photo. Could maybe do something like that. Happy with that, happy with that. This is the one. That I haven't finished as yet. Not doing anything more there. Could have put magnets on that, but hey ho. And if I remember correctly, not there, we have these pockets as well, so we can also add these journaling cards. They can hold a whole lot of information. Not too sure why that one's not giving me, and have them just so they're sticking out a little. So I will just finish off. I won't be boring you with any more videoing. The next video will be a walkthrough.